offline apparently. Definitely streaming. Oh, okay, there we go. Sorted. Right, Dragon Age Origins. Let's get to it. Oh, is Origin gonna fuck me about here again? I knew it was gonna fucking do that. Why does it have to fucking download the game every time I go to play it? I fucking hate Origin so much. Well, that didn't go as planned. No fucking shit, Sherlock. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh. Why didn't I just get this on Steam? Oh, because I used Origin Access, that's right. Ugh. Play the fucking game. Thank you. Right. So where did we leave off? We had just finished the Battle of Ostagar. We'd lit the beacon like we were supposed to, but instead of charging, Tern Logan decided he was going to retreat, leaving the king and everyone else who was in the battle for dead. We were then shot by an arrow, went knocked unconscious, and rescued, apparently, by Morrigan's mother. Although it doesn't elaborate in any way, shape, or form how an old woman managed to rescue people from the middle of a horde of Darkspawn, but I'm sure we'll find out more about that later on. No spoilers. So we're in Morrigan's house, hut, whatever, in the middle of the fucking woods, and I think where we left it, our mother wanted to speak to us.
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of Darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start.
I will go then.
Stay and make something to eat.
Okay, yeah, I remember having that conversation before I chucked it the last time. Oh, chest. Dagger. Everything's fucking locked. Right. I'm pretty sure we had... Oops. Some codex. So Genlock, which is a type of enemy. These are the most common Darkspawn in the underground. Stocky and tough Genlocks are notoriously difficult to kill, even by magic. Alphas. Okay. Harlock. Ogre. Wolf. Right, okay, so nothing really interesting. Creatures. No, yeah, this was like a shield that we picked up. Havard's Aegis. Okay, don't think that really matters. Characters, King Kaelin. So we had an update on him. He fell in battle alongside Duncan at Ostagar. Think we know him. Duncan killed in battle. We don't know much about. He fled the field. So those are all updates that we know. These things are there fucking every time we load the game up. Controls, quest related. I don't think there's really anything worth much here. Nah. Nope. Okay, so let's go talk to Morrigan's mother.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm not, thanks to Morrigan's
This
mother.
doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
No,
Do
we're
not
still
talk
not saying
about
her
me as
name.
if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
Flemeth.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
If you're Flemeth, you must be very old and powerful.
Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty
voices
to
her?
unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
She sounds like Captain Janeway. What's her name? Katie? Kate? Kate something. Shit. I'm gonna need to Google it. Let's see. Kate Mulgrew it is. Katie Mulgrew. I'm sure. Katie. Oops. No. Grew. Yeah, Katie Mulgrew. So she's Captain Janeway. Dragon Age Flemeth. Voice Katie Mulgrew. Ha! I was fucking right. I was fucking right. So what did she say? I don't know. She was in this. It's always been Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight, or did that change when I wasn't looking? The Grey Wardens are no more. Of course not.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Then we need to find this Archdemon. What is this Archdemon exactly? Okay, let's learn more about the Archdemon. What is this Archdemon?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by Darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Will you help us fight the Blight, Flemeth?
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and Darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Arl Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Arl Eamon, the Earl of Redcliffe?
I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keep in mind that Loghain was also an honourable man.
The Arl would never do what Tairn Loghain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Arl Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
We need the rest of the Grey Wardens.
I don't know how to contact them, or if they're even on their way. We need to do something now.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Yes, thank you for everything, Flemeth.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Yay, Morrigan's
Such
coming
a
with
shame.
us.
What?
You heard me, girl. The last time
Who
I
voices
looked, you had
Morrigan?
ears.
Because she's someone as well. I can't unsee Kate Mulgrew now. Morrigan. Claudia Black. I recognise her face. Ah, she's in Farscape. That's where I know her from. I see. Here we go. Last time I looked at ears. I think it's an excellent
Have
idea.
I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well, we'll take her with us.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, I prefer you speak your mate.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
We need all the help we can
I
get.
guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Actually, have
I
some
may
questions.
have answers. Ask.
Tell me. Tell me about this village.
It is a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths.
Okay, good. We need vendors.
I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there a reason to go to Lothering?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
Okay.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Alistair approves, Morrigan approves. Okay, so we have lots of quests, and give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. fucking do this shit. So, journal. The blight. So what have we got? Alright, Alistair thinks we seek help. Paragon again, Ozamart, right, that's the dwarf one. Dalish clans, Milton Circle. Okay, I'm gonna guess. We'll just go with the Redcliffe just now. Oh, Alistair's got a level up. He needs more health. It's a higher constitution. Next. What skills do you want? Poison making, herbalism, survival, trap making, stealing. Let's make him, he's a bit of a pussy, let's make him herbalist. He's gonna use sword and shield, so we'll give him abilities that take aggro, I think. This fucking keyboard tray is gonna break. Oops. Right, so we just want to be exploring here. I think we want to go north, I'm sure Morrigan said, but I'm not entirely sure. Nah, we can't go that way. We're just gonna walk and see where life takes us, I think. Gather a party, venture forth, yes. Oh, right, okay, it takes us to the world map. So we get, okay, we just warp to Wuthering. I forgot how this worked. Because these are hinterlands, which we see in Inquisition. Ooh, cutscene. Turn login.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Anora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Bannorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Dun, dun, dun. Helldrams. So that was in Denerim. Wherever the fuck that is.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess that fellow is the leader.
No shit, Sherlock.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
I say we
Now,
kill
is
them.
that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friends. We are not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Well, I
Forget it.
can't say I'm
I'm not
pleased to hear that.
paying.
We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Do you really want to fight a Grey
Did
Warden?
he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found. What do you say, gents? With that kind of bounty, we can retire. Let's be heroes to the kingdom.
Okay. Bandit leader, bandit. I'm gonna attack the leader. Morrigan has to move back. Let's go with tactics. Morrigan's moving back. Not only am I gonna attack the leader, I'm gonna deck the leader. Alistair can take this one because that one's about to attack Morrigan.
Send me!
I've just taken half my health and damage straight away. What the fuck?
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all. Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
Now you die.
I'm not going down without a fight.
And now I heal you. You're fucking defo getting decked.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Now we do that. Let us end this. Let's make this quick. There is no glory in
Run while you can.
Well, that went well. Move that. Is that the leader?
It shall be done.
Engine kit. Okay. I was gonna do something there. Yep. I was gonna look at codexes. Where are we? Lothering. Right. Let's learn about the place we're about to go. In ancient times, Lothering was little more than a trading post. It served the fortress of Ostagar to the south. Nowadays, it is larger, serving Redcliffe and the community of merchants and suffers towards near Orzammar. Okay. Yeah, let's do. So many of my fellow knights have been searching for the Surely one of them must have found Brother Genitivi by now. Right, onward. Oh. I need to go and sell all the crap I've got in my inventory. Nope, cutscene.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
You have been very quiet, Alistair.
Yes, I know. I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long, then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
We should try and use these treaties, I assume.
I agree. Have you looked at them?
No, I haven't.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
I'm assuming that's a subtle hint that that's the lowest level place. What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Where do we find Arleman?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is. Then you have a plan. Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Let's go. Chicken? Hey, Alfred.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
There's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
I was looking for news,
You might
actually.
find that, though it's probably just frightened gossip. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend. Best of luck wherever you might go.
Thanks for the woman.
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching...
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman? Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You
Supply and
bought
demand.
most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
What do I get
We
if I
have
help you?
nothing to offer but our gratitude.
Then it's time for you to go,
Actually
isn't it?
do the bidding of this evil little man. Fine.
Absolutely, off you go.
Your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
Bugger
Fine
off.
sentiment, if I've ever heard one.
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Ha! Serves that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes?
I hear you making a killing. Me too. Brackets kill him. Don't you worry about
Yet,
it.
Alistair continues to tell.
Hey!
I agree. But good deeds shouldn't go unrewarded. 100 silvers. And
Might
I'd
seem
be pleased
shitty,
to
but
offer you a discount.
did entitled to charge whatever he wants for his goods. Let's see
This
what you
way.
have then.
And beware the urchins. They have grabby little hands.
Right, I can sell crap. Friendly fire possible. When thrown, splashes acid. Let's just sell this crap. I better check whether this crap's good for my party or not. Can't be arsed with this stuff, man. It's taking up fucking inventory space. I'll keep the Ladium potions, the health potions, and the injury kits. I really don't care about this fucking shit. Don't have any use for daggers. Don't have any use for bows. Ooh, gold. might have use for that. Then use for daggers. I might have a use for that. Armor for Alistair. Don't care about the iron rings. I'm gonna give that to Morrigan. So. Don't really know what those are for. Lightning runes. I'll keep the lightning rune. Let's eyes, what I was looking for. Alistair. Okay, so the axe can go. And the staff can go. Then, what's her armor stats? She can keep her armor.
A fine gift.
Sweet.
You have my thanks.
Right, Alistair. We needs more strength to wield that. It's the same as he's got. Right, cool. Everything else can go.
Hello, friend. Care to take advantage of your discount? This way. And beware the urchins. They have grabby little hands.
Oops. That can go. That can go. That can go. So everything apart from that can go. Oh no, I'll keep this crystals just now because I'm not really fucking sure what they're for. Oh, fuck! I was gonna see if he had anything to
Care
buy.
to take advantage of your discount? This way. And beware the urchins. They have grabby little hands.
Well, let's see. Don't really have a lot of health potions, but I'm sure I'll find some. Recipes. Nah. It's the same. Nah, push. Push, push, push.
It shall be done.
Chancellorsville, bandits everywhere. This transcribes on behalf of Sir Bryant, Templar and Defender of the Faith. Know that all those who prey on refugees do so under pain of death. Maker spuns bandits and their kind. The Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension of the bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern wood and the roads. Where the bandits are numerous and of considerable skill. Only a well-armed, well-trained party should brave the deep wood. Pray for the success of any of those who undertake this mission. 3 groups of bandits. Oh, we have a named character.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, that's simply We turn none aside, but we simply don't have room for anyone to sleep. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Have you heard any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Who's in charge of this Chantry?
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Did you know there were bandits in the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that. Make a
Goodbye.
watch over you.
Oh man, it's so fucking warm in this room. What is that fucking glow over Alistair? Turn your shit off, man.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only... Yes,
right.
Who might you be?
I am the Grey Warden Arion.
I see. I am Sir Bryant, commander of the Wandering Templars. Tairn Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope. I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tairn claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
About those bandits outside your village.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
They won't bother you again. I killed them.
All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service? If it interests you, there is a Chanter's board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I need some information.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Have you heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tairn Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
What do you mean?
Tairn Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
What is wrong with Arl Eamon?
Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness. Travel safely. and may the Maker watch over you.
Sir Donald.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Your friend Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
So your quest for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Tell me more about this Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
I'd like to hear what you've learned.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness. A word dispelled fear and ignorance. Let those who cry out from the shadows come.
Spread across all four corners of the world. Let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
Praying for help from a prophet they burned, and a god who has turned his back on them not once, but twice.
Right, I want to read these codexes I just picked up. Fuck off controls. Magic and religion. So we've got the Maker. Wow. There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word, and his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities, and from it made his firstborn. And then he said to them, in my image I forge you, to you I give dominion over all that exists. By your will may things be done. Then in the centre of heaven he called forth a city with towers of gold, the Golden City. Streets of music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne and sang hymns of praise unending, but their songs were songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. The voice of the Maker shook the fade, saying, in my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss. So the Maker turned his firstborn, and took from the Fade a measure of its living flesh, and placed it apart from the spirits, and spoke to it, saying, here I decree opposing in all things, from earth, sky, for winter, summer, For darkness, light, and my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given new life. No longer was it formless, never changing, but held fast, immutable. With words for heaven and for earth, sea and sky, last did the Maker from the living world make men. Immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second born, I grant this gift, and your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the Fade I crafted you, and from the Fade you shall return, and to the Fade you shall return, each night in dreams, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the Golden City, and there he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Okay. I think we might have done.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Watch where you throw accusations,
Please
Phil.
stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
Don't be a fool, Darkspawn can be defeated.
No! I have seen them! You cannot run! You cannot fight!
Standing around and shouting won't save
There
you.
is nothing to do! No hope is left!
We Fereldans have fought off far worse than our past.
Are you calling me a coward?
I'm calling you an idiot. Listen to yourself for a moment.
I have shamed my ancestors, but the blackness will come.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
There's always hope.
Our
Must
courage. But there's nothing we can do. Please, tell us what to do. could spare us. It's worth a try.
That was easy. Cheers, bud. Right, there's nothing on the board. What's in the rubble? Oh, fucking mushrooms.
As you said.
Scale armor. It's exactly the same as what we've got. Ooh, health potion.
Stop looking at me, mongrel.
Oh, there's a
I have
quest over
nothing you
here.
want. Why do you keep...
Alison.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps.
What do you
Old
need
Man
traps for?
Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps. He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Why don't you
None
spice
to be
them?
had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Ah, that's pish.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Actually, I was more hoping I could help
We need
you.
blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I don't, but my friend does.
And you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Sweet.
I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh
Gebasi. Marad starit, Merad twasit. You aren't one of my captors. I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace.
What are you?
A prisoner. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I'm on it.
You
Pleased to
mock
meet you.
me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
I find myself in need of skilled help.
No doubt. What help do you seek?
I'm sworn to defend the land against the
Blight.
light.
Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
Eaten alive by Darkspawn. That's cruel. I wonder why the revered mother's so afraid of him.
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
I thought Darkspawn killed him.
Greetings,
Did you speak
my
to
lord.
that knight yesterday?
Greetings, my lord.
Commander's helm. Better than what I have on.
So can you...
Let's just dick about and see what's in here.
Well, look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a fellow by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen him.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble.
Is that
These are
Liliana?
no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as
She's
them.
an Inquisition. That's Liliana. What makes you think we're traitors?
Tern Loghain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right, let's make this quick.
Really, guys? Really? Yeah, let's see if we can deck the commander. Yes, we can.
I tried to be merciful. Make it return. All right, battle it is. Back. Wait for that. Lost me and you
All
shall
right,
pay.
one. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
I was there. The turn pulled us out of a trap.
The turn left the king to die.
King to his death. The turn could do nothing.
Start running
Yes,
right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
I appreciate what you tried to do.
I am glad you found it in your heart to offer those men mercy. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one
Liliana.
of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
What does that
I
mean?
joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest, not even an initiate. Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
I will need help,
That
that's
and the
true.
Maker wants me to go with you.
Can you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Very well, I will not turn away hope when it's
Perhaps your
offered.
skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down. Indeed.
Yeah, I've got to level up. I need higher, I need more willpower. Because that does stamina. I'll do traps, I suppose. Shattering blow as passive ability.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell. Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison.
Poison? I have dabbled in such things.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
I'll see what...
Well, there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. Some refugees just left things behind to travel faster. I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
Show me what we got. At the very least I can sell some crap. So that's for the dog. Some more crystals.
I shall do it.
The remains of a soldier. Sure. Let's just not ask any questions about that, shall we?
Did you see the new recruiters out?
I'd keep your voice down if I were you. They're pressing anyone who can hold us.
No, I just realised something. To update my stream information.
My meaning, or after what happened down south.
Oops. So, okay, so that's that. Oops, just paused it by accident. Again, can't jump.
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my...
Fuck. This battlefield spirit maintains Charlie and appears to...
Home?
But it was just...
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
You and your mother there? No one else?
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
Okay. So let's see what law they're in. The Canary prisoner, let's do that. We'll talk to this woman that we pissed off earlier. Ooh. Ah, locked. God damn it. Hey, bitch.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings.
Oh. Maybe it
Will you
wasn't
be
him we
making a
pissed off.
donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
What tithe is acceptable?
Might I suggest 30 silver?
Very well, 30 silver
Thank you, my
is.
son. What can I do for you then?
Want to talk about staying the Canary imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
Are you certain he did
He
it?
confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Canary is a danger. Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him
And
into my
what do you
custody.
say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Canary might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Leliana approves. Yeah, let's go back. Let us go back to Sten. I'm sure if memory serves me, there's more to...
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That
It's
would
not
be-
very fucking nice, is it?
You wish something more of me?
What did you do to end up
I
in
have
here?
been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Are you
Are
guilty?
you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children. I agree. 20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most. There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
He didn't resist capture.
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
You wish something more of me. I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my
be it.
custody.
Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
He's not going in my party. Right, okay. I thought there was more to it than that you could get an explanation out of him. What else we got? Ordering the Chanter's Board. Oh, okay. Shit myself, my keyboard tray just fell off a little bit. I shall return in 2 seconds. It is so fucking warm in this room. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. Fucking hay fever. Ugh. Right. What do I want to do? Bandits, maybe? Yeah. I want to make sure this fucking tray's not gonna fucking break again. So bandits. This way, once we go.
It is begun.
Defend yourself! Watch out! Run while you can! Let's make...
Ah, no way, man.
As you say.
Let's make this quick.
Okay. Ah. Sweet. So that's how you do that. This looks like it's refugees. More outfits would be nice. So can Alistair now? Excellent, so I can make more health potions, that's good. I could really be doing with more of them. Oh, let's just hold back and let this cunt come to us.
Begin the onslaught. Away with you! You forced our hand. You should do it while you can. And try to be merciful.
Alistair's about to fucking die again. Use a health. Yeah, I need way more willpower than what I have just now.
Let's end this. Push them back.
I'm having to use way too many health potions. Wonder if Liliana can do this. Yes! bin mail gloves. Okay, they're the same. Alistair. These are exactly what he's already got. I've been putting my constitution up as well.
Very well. I will not. Watch out! He's begun. Quickly, we must fight!
Come and get it!
Can Morrigan heal? Drain life.
Yes. More dying! More the fools they!
Like, for someone with a shield, Alistair's taking a shit ton of damage, man.
You need help?
You cannot win!
No quarter shall be given.
Nothing like a brush with death to make you not like death much.
Like, we're pure scraping through these fights, man.
If you must.
Alistair's getting his fucking ass kicked. I'm taking a shit ton of damage. Even though, like, I've been upping my constitution pretty rapidly.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Oh, we got 3 gold for that. Sweet. Oh, there's another thing. When bears attack. Someone's missing. Fine. We need to like level up before we go other places, so I'm gonna keep doing these. Oh good. Lots of fucking wolves.
I shall do.
Oh my god, there's so many fucking wolves. Alistair's fucking dead again. Liliana's about to die. Fuck. Otherwise unremarkable at this time. This is gonna pass a physical resistance. Certainly fucking easier than I thought it was going to be. I was reading some tips and shit for this because I remember it. I remember struggling with it a little bit when I first played it years ago, and one of them was take advantage of those places where you can kill enemies and get XP, because enemies don't respawn, so it's not like you can just stop and farm shit.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his
so
work
fucking
this
warm
day.
in here.
And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Oh, so you can change. Alright, okay. Did we Nah, coming back here doesn't. So coming back here doesn't help. Right, we've done all the Chanter's Board stuff. It doesn't say how many. Three of these should suffice, so we have 3. Where was she again? Out of Miriam.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
Yes, I do.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
So we've done that. We can't do the poison one yet because we don't have poison. Lothering in the Imperial Highway. Rest. You have arrived in Lothering and may rest. And resupply here. Past the village lies the Imperial Highway and the road that runs through all of Ferelden. The highway will take you to various places you need to go. Redcliffe, the Brazilian Forest, Suckle of Midge's Tower, and Dwarven City of Ozma. Okay. So we have to rest here. Overly sure where this is taking me. These guys look fairly ominous.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Cailan, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies.
Really, this again?
Attack!
We must not exhaust our supply.
Fuck's sake.
Shall be done.
Alistair dies like in every fight. Like legit every fucking fight.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
I wonder if she can. Oh yeah, she can do poisons.
Get back, Sandal! Don't let him touch you!
Oh, Darkspawn. Oh dear. Okay, these can take. Fucking Alistair's about to die again. He's not even done any fucking damage to these cunts.
You forced our hand.
You need to freeze him. Oh, she's getting attacked. Fuck's sake.
I'm ready.
Hopefully you didn't fight as poorly as you smell.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged. The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated. Welcome to
Complicated?
Camelot.
Somehow I imagine that only says the half of it. Thank you for the offer. There may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Okay, do you know what? Like, I'm over this difficulty already. I'm just putting it down easy. I just don't give a fuck. I want to get through this game. I want to enjoy the story. Oops. I want to learn the lore, and most of all, I want to complete it and move to Inquisition. I'll move to Dragon Age 2, sorry, and then Inquisition without hating my fucking life in the process.
It has begun.
And it gets much worse than this. Galley of Party and Venture Forth. Yeah, as I say, I just want to have fun. Ooh. That'll be the Archdemon then.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seems
well, it is
surreal.
real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I
Other
should
than
know?
dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Request enchantment, Soldier's Peak, King's Confidant. Let's go talk to folk.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision
I
of
knew
yours.
this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed
I
of the
suppose
Blight?
I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
The Chantry says the Maker has left us.
He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me? Thank you. It's nice to find someone who agrees. I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
Okay.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
I'm Arian. I've never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a Blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
How did you know Duncan?
It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Go ahead and tell your tale.
After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom. But Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch, and he let them in.
Go on, I'm listening.
So that's why I was there when the Wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the king. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest day of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The king himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardlan's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
Why were the Grey Wardens cast out by Arlen?
People say it's because the Wardens have become terribly unpopular. Just soaking up tires and not doing a bleeding thing for the kingdom. I say that's bollocks, as recent events have shown.
Thank you for your part in bringing the
Your
wardens here.
stomach's all aflutter. You're welcome.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
As you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last warden commander of Ferelden back when the wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arlen banished the wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
So what favour did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
I've never even heard of Soldier's
Well,
Peak.
no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arlen's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fenwick at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to stay. Let me see.
I'm
your
sure
wares,
you'll be
Bodon.
pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Again, I can sell crap. Oak 7 increases use armor. Fuck off. Make compounds. Ooh, Oathkeeper. Gift. Oops. No, stop trying to fucking sell that. Right.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was he now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
Want some enchanting.
Enchantment!
+2 electricity damage. So I can give Oathkeeper to Alistair. And I think that statue would go down well with Liliana.
Oh, how dear of you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, I know how runes and enchantment work. Ultramoron. Let's talk to Morrigan.
What do you wish of me? If you must. Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be? You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the Chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I've heard a lot
No
of
doubt such a tale has mutated much over time and telling. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
All right.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago is this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conobar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conobar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conobar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
He sold his wife to another man?
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
So she loved Osen, truly, then?
That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
How is it that Flemeth has survived for
The
so long?
demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Legend tells of Flemeth having many
You ask
daughters.
if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too. Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
I told you Flemeth was going to be someone. Or her mother was going to be someone. Didn't tell you it was Flemeth. Alistair's lightning sword. Bitchin'. Yeah, let's pick a quest, eh? Let's go to Redcliffe. Alistair thinks that you should seek the help of Eamon Guerin, the Earl of Redcliffe. Earl Eamon is a highly respected noble with a great deal of influence at the Landsmeet. Alistair believes that it will certainly aid you on feelings about Logan's betrayal. Boom. Morgan, Alistair,
Yes.
Liliana. So that's Flemeth Hut, Kakari Wilds, Ostagar, Lothering, Soldier's Peak, Denham. So that's your camp. Banlorden's lands. That's where the Magi Circle is, Redcliffe Village. Westbit Mountains, and then Orley is that way. Redcliffe Village. Nope. Oh yeah, I forgot you can get attacked on the way to places.
Will you stop eating?
Listen.
I'm hungry.
Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
Rush them.
Enemies approaching.
If we got any yellow bars, none that I can see. We can't let these range guys just fucking pepper us.
Tis begun. As you say.
No, that's the leader.
I tried to be merciful.
Don't give them the advantage.
I spend sometimes.
I shall do.
Oh, please. Make a reserve.
Let's have at it!
Let's make this quick. You will learn to fear me.
Let's grab some glory!
Coming.
if I hadn't moved that down to normal, we had from normal to easy, we had fucking no chance there. Like, absolutely zilch. Fuck off, Liliana.
I am armed. Damn you!
Oh, there's someone else. I'm assuming we need to increase Liliana's cunning.
It is begun. It shall be done.
That's GTFO.
Enemies approaching.
Oh.
It is done.
Sweet. Constitution and willpower. Shield balance. Okay, onward to Redcliffe.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know?
I think you said he
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Our Lehman took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek.
Oh, for fuck's
which
sake.
made Kalen my half-brother, I suppose.
Doesn't that make you heir to the throne?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kalen's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
I think I understand.
Good. I'm glad. It's not like I got special treatment for it anyhow. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Jarl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Bitch. Did she know the truth about you?
She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Jarl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually he just stopped coming.
But you are an heir to the throne, right?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Arl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
What does that make me?
Some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens. Welcome to the club.
I think you'll find I'll come to be known as the hero of Ferelden, bitch. Oh good, someone's standing at a bridge. This can't possibly be a trap.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
What do you mean, is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arl Eamon is sick, if that's what you
Could
mean.
be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arl Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Right there.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They're obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Reynisfere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
You may have. My father was turned cousin.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking
Some
about?
call them the Walking Dead. Decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with.
Oh, we need an
elsewhere.
army. Shut
Thank
up.
you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I'm on my way.
Luck be with you, my friend.
Morrigan can fucking disapprove all she wants.
I'm scared, Mother.
I'm so scared, Father.
Kid.
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Are you alright?
Those-
Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible. You poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would you run
He
off?
said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful. You will. Thank you so much. Please find him.
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
No, we don't have the men we need.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
That's Sir Alistair Thorne from Game of Thrones. Dragon Age Murdoch. Fuck. Dragon Age Murdoch. Murdoch, human, voiced Robin Sachs. No. Wait, it might be. This is a very old picture of him here. He's in lots of games. Okay, it's Robin Sachs. Game of Thrones. Sir Elessar. Nah, different guy. This is a very similar voice. Damn! Thought I was on the money there. You're wrong.
So you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I really do. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
I'll see what
I'd
else we
appreciate
can
it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then? Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
So what have we got? We've got Caitlin's home, the Chantry, Smithy.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left. Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough. Certainly not. I don't know you and I don't want to. Off you go. I said no and I meant it. Be gone, stranger. If you didn't notice, the smithy is closed, the forge is cold, you've come to the wrong place.
He's a delightful individual.
That's so. Well, if Murdoch wants more weapons, you can give him the same answer I did. He can make them himself. My action here says you won't. Just you try it, looter!
Can she pick the lock?
Be gone, I said! Don't you try to come in here!
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking. You just come barging into my home. I've no money and nothing of value to take, as you can plainly see. So if you're here to beat on a sad old man, then all I ask is you get on with it. I don't have much to live for as it is. Is that so? Then talk then. My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night. Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing. And I didn't believe him either.
You were
Yes, I
asking
do
a
my
great
tits in.
deal, you wretched little man.
I want to promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can. I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
I'm gonna punch
And I
you.
suppose there's no point in me sitting around, is there? Time to relight the forge and get the smithy going, eh? Murdoch will be pleased. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Fantastic. So basically, Morrigan, you just disapprove of us helping anyone.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his... I don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up. Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
I shall do it.
Sure, she could probably do with the leather stuff, eh? Oh man, I'm starting to reach my limit. I'm getting pretty tired.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll send one of my men to inform Bantegan the militia is ready for battle.
Excellent.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north. Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Oh, we will. Caitlin's home, smithy, chantry. Let's go and have a swatch in the chantry. Usually fun things happening in there. Oh wait, this is where we came from, yeah. Yeah, cool. Fine.
There are many great tales of lost kings who return to their lands to reign in glory.
I am not lost, nor for that matter, a king. And there's nothing glorious about me.
You are Merrick's son. You are the rightful king of Ferelden.
I am the son of a star-struck maid and an indiscreet man who just happened to be king. Look, I can't be king. Some days I have trouble figuring out which boot goes on which foot.
Complete fools are made leaders of kingdoms all the time. And you're not a complete fool.
What an utter relief.
And don't worry about the boots. Kings don't need to dress themselves. That's what advisors are for, isn't it?
And star-struck maids, apparently.
I shall.
Sweet. Morrigan leveled up. Low power and magic, I guess. Arcane bolt. Location. Heal. Yes. Healing good. How do we get to the fucking Captain's home, tavern? Let's check the tavern out here. If I can fucking find it. Death threat to make poison. Liliana, poison. General store.
It shall be done.
That's where the this is the like where the apostates fucking tower is. Not the apostates, the Circle of Magi. Dwyn's home? Who the fuck is Dwyn? Locked. Tower is up this way. It's usually cool people to meet in here. Or people want to punch me in the face, one of the two.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny. Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy. Keep safe.
Elf in the corner.
Not looking for company.
Shouldn't you
Why?
be with Marshall?
I don't live here. Just waiting until I can leave again. What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why? No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all. My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked. Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I'm not... I mean, I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone. About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people. I don't want trouble. I'm going to the Chantry now. Just leave me alone. All right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change.
Who
But they
paid
never
you?
said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they?
Tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man. Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong. Just to report any changes. Honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle. I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know. Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think she'd help defend Redcliffe.
All right, I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Sweet. Out of here we go.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar.
House, windmill.
What? No?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
Call me Arya.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle. Or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered. That gladdens my heart to hear. No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
I think I might set up for this battle and then call it a day. I am fucking tired. And it is so warm in here, it's unbelievable.
Let us pray. You are a stranger amongst us, yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you. Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a man of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Support.
May the Maker watch over you,
fucking
child.
clicked the wrong fucking thing. God
What is it you need, child?
fucking damn it. Support
I
these
have
whole
done
protection.
all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give. I can pray with them and give them my blessing. But Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that. I cannot do it. I know that their own faith may inspire them, but these men need to find confidence on their own. I simply won't lie to them. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Fucking turn your back on me, bitch.
What is it you need, child? Of course, child. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Yeah, that's annoying. Alright. What's my... Okay. Let's go back to Sir Perth and see what happens. I'm so fucking tired.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal. Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything? I see. Then I suppose we must simply rely on our own prayers. The Maker will not help us. Thank you for your efforts. We shall fight on, nevertheless. When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Unless I believe anyone can
The Earl
find
once
the
employed
owner.
a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told. Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks. We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish. Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there, or were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood. As you wish. As you wish, Grey Warden.
I think
Make a watch over you.
we'll call it there. And the next time we pick up, I'll just jump straight into this fight. That's a good place to stop. If anyone watched, thanks for that. I'd appreciate it if you would follow, you know. I'll probably be on tomorrow at some stage. Follow at Great Scott Gaming with no G at the end on Twitter for updates. If you want to see the first 2 sittings of this playthrough, they are on YouTube at YouTube/Great Scott Gaming with a G at the end. And yeah, I'm out. I'm done. I'm tired. It is 3:36 AM and I have nothing left. And I will see you guys next time.